5 college students are working part-time and going to school full-time, according to Huffington Post. I'm Hannah, and whether you are paying for college or your parents, it's a combination of both. It all applies to all of us. I myself took out loans and am planning to pay them back with my own money. Since it's my own money that is being spent on school, I choose to be successful and do good. Most students take their parents for granted and don't look at higher education as a privilege, but rather than as a requirement, because that's what everybody's doing. Students who pay for their own education versus their parents have many different statistics in the ways they succeed. First, I will talk about students who pay for college and their success. Students who pay their own way through their own education with financial aid or out of pocket tend to have a higher success in school. Huffington Post put out a survey to college students that showed 40% of students rely on financial aid to get them through college. College tuition has become so expensive that more and more students have been accepting financial aid and taking out loans. Higher success in school when students pay for their own way through college has effect on grades and graduation rates. Students have more motivation to graduate on time and get good grades when their own money is on the line. Next, I will talk about when parents pay for college and how that can affect their grades. When students' parents pay for their higher education, they tend to take their own money for granted and not care about their grades, which leads to higher dropout rates. According to CNN, 77% of parents pay for their students' tuition. This percent is down from last year at 81%, but it could play a factor in lowering the dropout rate. Students have a high tendency to care less about how they do in school when their parents pay for them. Students tend to study less and get bad grades and may just not care about continuing their college education. Some students may only be going to college because their parents want them to, which causes them not to care to graduate. As you may see, that the effects of parents paying their way through college may look like an easy option, but it may not be the best. While not all students treat college this way when their parents pay, studies show that students have more respect for their education and success when their own money is being spent. Students who pay their way through college tend to stay in school, while students whose parents pay for their education tend to take the easy road and not care about their success. Take all of this information into account and make sure you get good grades and stay in school.